Bienvenidos, konnichiwa, bonjour, and welcome live from Bolero at Chelsea Piers. This is Barstool's laser tag extravaganza. I'm Adam Ferrone, joined as always by my esteemed colleague Francis Ellis.
A pleasure to be here with you, Roan. I can't wait to watch our unbelievably unathletic comrades compete in something that doesn't make any sense.
It's going to be ugly and it's going to be disgusting. Let's get into the teams right now. Team 1, Vibs, KFC, Keeks, Gia, and John Rich. Francis, who stands out?
Well, I'm going to go with Gia. Gia is a surprise dark horse of an athlete. I don't know if you've ever seen her throw a shot put, but she'll beat the shit out of you.
Oh, she'll beat you to death with a shot put ball and stab you with the javelin after the fact. Team 2 fights Ainsley, Caroline, Ken Jack, and Robbie Fox. What are you seeing?
I'm seeing a lot of moodiness, a lot of angst. Fights at the top is going to bring the positivity, and the rest of them are going to bring the mood down.
And then Team 3, speaking of bringing the mood down, it's Frank the Tank, Tommy Smokes, Clemmer, Jackie, and Kareem.
Yeah, it sort of feels like one of those reverse evolution charts. A lot of different body types on this track.
Yeah, it's very interesting stuff coming, and let's go through the rules very quickly. 2 hands must remain on the blaster in order for it to work. Teams will get a point for tagging or shooting players, and more points for tagging their bases. If bases are hit 3 times in a row, the base will be temporarily destroyed, and a large point bonus will be given to the new team. After a base has been destroyed 5 times, it will be permanently disabled, and the team with the most points at the end of the round will actually win.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we're going to do a three-game round robin tournament, which also sounds fun.
Yeah.
Each team will play each other once, and then teams with the lowest aggregate score at the end of the round robin tournament will be eliminated, and the final 2 teams will face off in the championship round. Does that all make sense, Francis?
It sure does, and I think we'll get the hang of the thing as we go along here. So, well done.
First off, we have Game 1. Game 1, it's Team Vibs against Team Fights. Do you have a favorite as we leap into this competition?
Well, I know Vibs, he likes to scurry. He stays low to the ground and he can run for days.
Like a vole.
Yes. So, hopefully that prediction feels right, and I like the Vibs team.
Let's throw it down to the teams to see how they're feeling and to see what their strategies are.
Winning.
Any sort of plan speaking, you're going to rush into it because you're going to be nervous or up. You got to wait.
I'm definitely going on
I feel like I'm going to let the 2 guys who came in camo decide.
I feel like the white hat.
Let them come down. I agree
It's gonna
with
throw
that.
us.
Yeah.
Let's take it off.
All right, fine.
Yeah, you might. For the team.
I just got
for
fucked. I'm John this.
the sake of the team.
This is my fucking team.
Yeah, I like it. Guys, I'm getting as small as possible and just shooting. Like that's the plan here.
I think one more person at the base, the rest go out.
Yeah.
Suck strategy.
Kill.
No.
We need to go capture the flag guy. Like
Yeah. But we need people to stay at the base too and protect our flag.
when we get shot, what happens? We're just like disabled for a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Who's their weakest link? Because that's what I have to go look.
The correct answer is yes.
All of the above.
I don't want to say. I don't want to say.
Why? Because it's a girl?
It's not a girl. They have Gia. Gia's the most athletic person at this company.
I thought that's why.
Who do you think?
There's a lot of I think Kevin's going to be good. I suspect Kevin has a lot of laser tag.
Oh, that's funny.
Have you ever played laser tag before?
I have. I believe I did a birthday party once at DC Discovery Zone where we got to do it for all of about 4 minutes, and then our budget was up.
Yeah, it's usually a 4-minute type. You're always left wanting more, except for in this case, we got a long one for you today. Strap in, enjoy yourself. It's time to do some laser tag.
Divide and conquer.
This is very clearly your team, so whatever you want the game plan to be,
yeah.
you do it.
Ainsley being industrialized.
Getting serious.
Oh, and it's begun, and nobody knew.
Yeah, Robbie looks confused out the gate. So does Feidelberg, but that's a permanent look of confusion. And our Robbie Fox cam, our first look as Robbie heads for the Sniper Skyway. Oh, there goes KFC to meet him from the other entrance. And we're off. A little bit of combativeness as the red team and the blue team butting heads.
KFC is making a move on the blue base already. Looks like KFC shot Robbie.
And then Robbie leaves after hitting KFC. KFC destroys the blue base and we're off to the races.
Kenjack fights attack red from the Bowery.
And Feidelberg's legs are looking strong.
Oh, a little tip to tip, dare I say a docking.
Absolute chaos now in the arena, but that's what they signed up for, the red base being protected. And meanwhile, KFC Vivs are attacking the blue base. You were right about that scuttling, and there's Ainsley. So let's cut to the chase. Is Ainsley going to get hired full-time?
After this performance, it's hard to say. She's peeking around the corner as KFC tags her again. Meanwhile, Keeg sneaks in and takes aim at the blue base.
I feel like it's important for the women to stick together. Not in the game as much, but in life and within Barstool. The more you can get in with the ladies, the farther you'll go. You don't want to be, Bob Fox is, look at it, he's defending his base right there.
Yeah.
But you want to make sure that you're in strong with the ladies. There goes Spice making a move.
That is a great thing in theory, but personally, I much prefer it when women like to subscribe to that theory and then immediately turn on each other and talk shit.
It's important to say you're subscribing to the theory. Oh, it looks like the red base just got destroyed. But then in reality, in practice, it's a whole different thing. Oh, it looks like the red base is under attack. KFC, Keegs, and Vivs are going to go, they're going to have a threesome of protection there at the base. And it looks like they are truly, oh man, KFC.
Sneaking around the back. It's hard to know. I guess people are really it seems like people have realized it's more advantageous to shoot someone in the back than it is to shoot them in the front.
Yes, which historically, did that happen a lot? Brutus, the blue base is left unprotected, and KFC attacking it once again, lighting it up.
He is really obsessed with that base.
Oh yeah, taking it to the base. And no trouble for him at all as Caroline sneaks up from behind.
You know, if I were hanging out with KFC right now, I'd say, you don't have to spend so much time on the base. Let's spread the love around to the tip a little bit.
Yeah, maybe the balls.
Sure.
Back in the blue base, Caroline is defending against a red attack, it seems, and she's really holding it down.
Look at John Rich leaning out of that porthole there. I bet you he snuck through some smaller spaces than that to find some of those drugs he used to enjoy.
He used to love drugs, and he's open about it. This is not us talking out of class. That's his story that we're just spreading oral tradition.
Spreading awareness, really, is what it's about.
Him. And then Caroline still doing some good protecting as Gia. Athletic run. Ainsley's right there on her tail. Can she nail her? Seems like she did.
Are you playing? Are you on the team? Oh, I'm on the Mountain team. You got me.
Kenjack dressed like a 1970s burglar.
He looks like he's been sent in early to disable the smoke alarms.
Yeah, it looks like he's off to shoot Batman's parents.
Don't fuck with me and Vince, basically, because he's protecting his whole flank.
Ainsley, she's sneaking around there. Look.
That's a sneak attack. That's pussy shit.
And Kelly Keeg, some women-on-women violence. Francis loves to see it. I hate it. Blue team is over here defending the base. Blue team is trying to defend the base, and there's Robbie Fox, violent and charming simultaneously. He is running it up on KFC's back end right there.
He's doing the old shake the gun maneuver, which doesn't really tend to add a lot of efficacy. But
ooh, there's Fights making a move at the red base, and it seems like we have absolute chaos unfolding.
I gotta have the record for getting shot the most. I've gotten shot 10 million times. How long did you go for?
John Feidelberg, never a dull moment, never too shy to turn to the camera and let them know something probably about how lovely his hair is. Now he's on the ground.
Oh, let's look at this. We have a John Feidelberg, John Rich, Kenjack, whose real name is Jack Kennedy, but Jack is another word for John. John, like a prostitute's dream.
What a spider web of names.
Yes, it truly is unimaginative.
Now, Kenjack Fights and Robbie are storming the other team's base.
And then there's Kenjack taking aim at the red base from a distance.
He actually seems to be the most strategic player that I've seen among the group so far.
Yeah, sometimes there's chaos that you need, but sometimes you need to kind of just sit back. But will it count for points for the blue team? That's really what we're trying to figure out. Vivs, as we look at him, a ton of action, and it seems like it has been creating a ton of points on his end. And I think that Kelly Keeks has been pretty active as well. But will that translate?
Meanwhile, every time we cut to Kenjack, I'm telling you, this guy seems to have the game figured out. He's got the steadiest trigger finger. He's not moving much. When he's discovered, he will move. But now he's in a cockfight.
The cockfight is a little bit, it's interesting. But we have another standoff between KFC and Caroline right here. Oh, there it is. But it seems like there's a lot of you're touching your gun to another person's gun, trying to shoot around their gun to hit their. It's an odd dance that you only see in laser tag.
That's exactly right. It reminds me a little bit of middle school dances, actually, where you get very close to someone but don't quite touch.
Right. Room for the Holy Spirit is what we called it.
I was always that guy who never really wanted anyone to touch me because I didn't want them to realize that my pants were wet.
Your pants were soaked, and the eczema too was acting up at the time. Now you've moved past your days of psoriasis and eczema, and your skin is buttery soft.
Yeah, thanks in no small part to the fact that Robbie Fox is really shaking that gun like he's trying to get something out of it.
Oh, I know. It really seems like he's trying to empty the clip right there. At the red base, meanwhile, Ainsley is attacked from behind. Oh, is that how you treat an intern? Tennis skirts. What are our thoughts on them?
I like them for tennis, but for laser tag, it's totally inappropriate.
And meanwhile, but whoever's wearing a white shirt, a white skirt, it's more visible underneath the blue lights. We learned this from the show Room Raiders.
Yes.
As everyone's cummy beds were suddenly unearthed anytime the blue light.
That is an advantage, certainly, to Kenjack, and the fact that he foresaw to wear all black.
Wouldn't you know that if you're going to be on Room Raiders, to stop coming on your sheets for a fucking week? It's the only thing they do on the show.
It's one of those things where, I would have thought, or if anything, I would have made sure that every inch of my bed was covered in cum so that it all looked the same hue, and thus no one would have known.
Are we to believe that everybody, and there goes the red team successfully chasing everyone out, are we to believe, and then meanwhile, KFC's at the blue base with KFC and fights. And fights and Bob Fox going against KFC, basically, is what's happening there. But are Bob Fox off screen in the corner over there, sneaking around? And KFC goes for Bob Fox, doesn't see fights right behind him. Bam! KFC partnership going awry right there with the shot in the back.
Is this the end of KFC radio? Some are saying.
Are they really just coming on the sheets like that without any type of cleanup? Use a paper towel! Use some Kleenex! It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. Or are they planting cum on these MTV shows like Room Raiders? I really can't get to the bottom of it mentally.
You know what you really need to do is you need to take your sheets and bring them to one of those rivers in the third world country.
Yes.
Just those ladies seem to know how to clean things
They're
better.
Geniuses.
I'm tired. I wasn't built for war.
Now Ainsley's going rogue, going after everyone. I don't know if it's a way to make friends, but it's a way to win at laser tag.
You are my goddamn shadow. Get away from me. No, bitch.
Oh, there goes Ainsley lighting up Vibs. Vibs has been active, but he takes one in the back right there. Gia looking like she's ready to put up 22 points as shooting guard right now. Even her mannerisms are that of a basketball player.
And she won't take that personally. She keeps asking to be included in all manner of basketball games.
Exactly. No, she's a basketball player. She's a hooper's hooper.
That's right.
And I know that because I have a basketball podcast. I can recognize them. There's Kenjack and Keegs.
There's a lot of jabbing and stabbing at the guns. It's as if they're trying to throw the bullets out of the gun at the person they're shooting at.
Meanwhile, over at the blue base, seems like Gia's hitting cross-legged, crisscross applesauce. Yeah. Gia's attempting to sneak attack from the battery. Oh, there it is. Seems like Gia got a shot in on fights and keeps it moving in true Call of Duty style. And even there's Caroline behind on KFC. Fights. See, if I were shooting, I would kind of hold the gun in front of my chest because it makes it harder for them to hit the chest plate as opposed to holding it by my eye so I could see better.
Everybody knows the first order of protection is your gun. Nothing stops a gun like another gun.
And as they say in the military, this is my rifle, this is my gun, this is for fighting, this is for fun.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Right, of course. The old marching orders sent by one Dr. Seuss,
exactly.
General Dr. Seuss.
Who apparently I've been told had a bit of a checkered past, and I spell that C-H-E-Q-U-E-R-E-D.
Right, and there's KFC regrouping in the battery. So what was he, a philanderer?
I thought it was a Nazi sympathizer.
Really?
I could be making it up.
Well, at least he wasn't a philanderer.
No.
I would have hated to see him be a philanderer.
Right.
Well, Nazi sympathizer. That's a whole different And you know what's crazy? People heard that there's KFC calling for backup. People would hear that about him, and they would start to put the same smut on Mr. Rogers' name. They would say, "Oh, Dr. Seuss XYZ," and then they would want to disparage Mr. Rogers. And if you watch any of the good movies about Mr. Fred Rogers, there's no smut that you could put on his name, no mustard you could put on that man's jacket. He was infallible.
Yes, pristine and righteous in all the right ways. And
If he was South American, I think that Mr. Rogers would be a saint.
Ooh.
If he were from a Spanish-speaking country and more involved with the church, I think that they would give Mr. Rogers sainthood.
Senor Rodrigo.
Fray Rogers. And see, I like that move by Caroline, just kind of covering the tip of the gun as Bob Fox is trying to advance on red from Broadway.
Vibbs is meanwhile tagged Robbie through the porthole.
I think that Vibbs is putting up absolute numbers. And honestly, so is KFC, as every time he's camped out at the base, I feel like that's a good way to get a ton of stats. And I think the chaotic players that we're seeing are going to be the more successful players that we're seeing so far, as Vibbs running around a lot, Ainsley running around a lot, really nice turn, Caroline running around a lot, KFC being very
an
active.
unusual move there from Kenjack. He tried to use his free hand to lower the muzzle of his opponent's gun.
I'm surprised this hasn't gone to fisticuffs more often, because if it were me out there, I'd be cheating and I'd be getting frustrated. I would start to cry.
I'd probably kick a wall or two.
I would kick a wall. As Rob Fox throws a grenade, fake grenade, but man, that looked fun.
How many times do you have to shoot this fucking thing?
So there goes KFC.
Yes. There we go.
There's Ainsley. She's discovered Gia, who once again is just hiding.
Get Hamilton, get out of the way.
A little cowardly gameplay here from Gia overall, I would have to say.
Yeah. Unfortunate stuff. We hate to see any cowardice, but I guess it's the name of the game somehow. Sometimes the coward, remember Saving Private Ryan, that one coward, he doesn't necessarily die as his comrade. Upham. Yes.
That's who it is.
Oh! Are we done? Looks like we're done.
I'm dripping sweat.
I'm dripping.
That's war. That's what war is. It's not pretty.
Oh my god. Wow. I'm sweating to my shirt.
I don't have a clue what the scores are going to be, but I think I might have been nice with it.
Tally up the points right now. It looks like the blue team, Team 2, racked up 42,550 points.
Oof.
But the red team victorious with 48,301 points.
That's the number I had in my head.
If you look at the box score, Vibbs, his activeness proved to be the high score of the game, as he almost doubled up the high score on the blue team with 19,750 points on his own. While intern Ainsley, proved to be industrious, leading the blue team with 11,800 points, but it was not enough.
No, and of course Gia brought up the absolute rear with the fewest amount of points, 3,750. Pretty disappointing in a performance from her. Bob Fox, the low man on the totem pole for Team Blue.
Let's throw it down to the teams to see how they are feeling.
It was great. First of all, we beat the other team. That's fantastic. Vibbs took the whole team on his back. Insane.
Yeah, blue team just got introduced to napalm. That's me, brother. Top scorer.
All right. I thought we killed them, and I thought I was like the best player in history. I was not.
Guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck the base. Don't shoot the base. Shooting the base is meaningless because we hit it 800 times, 0 score. We're like second to last. That's crazy.
Yeah, they definitely didn't hit that.
Guys, you have to shoot someone and then just follow them and keep shooting.
Yeah,
They were hating it, but like, I was following KFC. He's like, oh my god. I'm like, ah.
It was me and Kevin 5 inches from each other.
And then like when you actually dead, they run away and hide. Like I was like ducking behind like windows and shit.
I was getting pissed when like Ansley kept doing it, would shoot me and then just like chase me. Ansley was just like shoot me. I'm like, all right, this is getting ridiculous.
I swear, everywhere I turned, she was there.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting stuff from the interviews there. It seems like Ainsley's pissing people off and she knows it.
Yeah, John Rich was fed up. He's had it up to here. He also took a tumble. And meanwhile, KFC Caroline went head-to-head throughout the entire match. Little lovers quarrel.
Oh, very interesting, but that's what you come to laser tag to see. And that's why you're still here watching, because you love this shit the same way I do. You're a junkie, a laser tag junkie. So let's get you another fix. Game 2, it's gonna be team 1 against team number 3.
That's right, we're back with the red team being Vibs, KFC Keegs, Gia, John, Rich again. Introducing the blue team, it's Frank, Tommy, Clemmer, Jackie, and Kareem.
Interested to see how Frank the Tank is going to move. He has been walking a lot. Will he be able to run?
Well, let's put it this way. He's certainly in the best shape that has been in for laser tag.
Yeah, no, this is the best time to catch him for laser tag, and woe betide the red team because they are going to be seeing peak Frank the Tank, and, well, let's go down and see what they're thinking before the game.
We're talking more strategy than I would imagine any team has ever talked before.
Strategy.
Did you hear our strategy with Clemmer? It's like, okay, so Clemmer gets down in a ball.
White shirt. We're strategy. You could put him behind us. He shoots at the base. I can walk, but not super fast.
Let's see how fast. Like walk.
I can do this.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's not. The second you turn, someone's just gonna. There's more things in your back.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, the front's just like a small plate. The back is.
Should we go like back to back?
It's not the worst idea.
Yeah.
Like
and it looks cool as hell.
Yeah. Like Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Can you shoot it?
Kareem's asking to work for strategy.
So you can show people.
Nobody's going to be more prepared than us.
Yes.
We might not be any good.
Yeah, if we don't win, I don't know. We can hit the research.
Hey, Pom, you ready, bruh? Brother, to the gates of Valhalla we shall storm. But yeah, no, Indie, Excite, 2 stories of laser tag. It was heaven on earth. Unlimited games. There's a guy there, he was 40 years old, Pony Man, he wore a pony t-shirt, and he'd like climb up on shit and shoot you. I'm now Pony Man. I'm an old man playing laser tag and just owning these kids.
All right, we've heard from the competitors. Let's get into this second game. Why don't I count it down? 3, 2, 1, let's freaking do it.
That's the siren, the telltale sign that the round has begun.
This is so scary. Oh my god.
Oh, it looks like they don't even know the match has started. So it seems like the red team will definitely have an advantage because they've just played. They want Frank to guard the base, which is kind of like when you put the big guy in goalie in soccer. Remember that movie, The Big Green?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, they made the fat kid play goalie in that one.
Crazy that the secret to success in that movie was just finding the 2 or 3 Mexican kids.
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
Our secret weapon, immigrants.
And pretending that people are zombies or some shit.
Were they Mexican or were they Brazilian? I can't remember. They might have been Spanish.
At that time, I don't think we differentiated as a culture.
No, that was Pangea. Gia finally realizing she's not good at this and just ganging up on Frank.
Will Gia be in the basement of her team this game? This is the one thing that we are looking at. KFC seems like he's figured it out a bit. KFC Frank shootout, which has to be something that KFC's fantasized about, as he's frustrated with Frank's Mets takes. And this is 90s movie quintessential shootout shit. Like a Die Hard or a Lethal Weapon type of shootout. Ooh, the red base is under attack. Good God Almighty.
You can hear the communication coming from the blue team.
Really good communication.
They're all just standing there shooting the base.
Oh, a Clemmer Vib standoff, about 200 pounds between them. Would you be upset if Frank the Tank scored more points than you?
In laser tag, no. In basketball, yes.
Clemmer, Vibs, Clemmer.
Clemmer's cheating! Clemmer, Mr. Morals is cheating!
Clemmer would just to stand sideways. I feel like
I was thinking exactly that.
Why would you ever square up to a gun?
Is he using himself as a human shield for Jackie there? That was pretty noble of him.
A bit of white knighting on his part. Blue team getting chased out as KFC is taking position on the sniper Skyway. If he can set up there, he should be setting himself up for some future success. Frank waddles into position. KFC. Looking like he's played a bunch of GoldenEye, ducking behind that pillar. And he is ready to go.
Nice to see Kevin caring so much about this.
Viv's shooting through a portal again. And then Jackie is struck. Disappointed so far by Jackie's performance. Doesn't seem like she has a lot of focus. And I'd like to see more. Doesn't seem like she's scoring a lot of points. Just a lot of running back to base and trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, she seems like someone whose parents told her as long as you had fun, that's all that matters.
Which is not true.
No.
Freaking trophy generation, you know?
Yeah, those are the types of people who make up the middle class.
Luckily, she'll be buoyed into the middle class, though. And won't sink to lower class unless she gets into John Rich's stash.
Oh, the old middle class stash.
That's right. Viv's lighting up Tommy from behind. Just head-to-head warfare.
Not a lot of evasive tactics going on.
No.
Back to the base for Tommy. Seems like it's hard for people to know whether or not they should focus on the base or focus on shooting other people.
It was hard for Megan Trainor. And there's Gia just sitting down, having the time of her life. Look at the smiles on these children's faces. Tommy gives up after getting tagged 14 times in 90 seconds.
I think I'm doing a good job guarding his base.
Meanwhile, Frank is back there protecting the blue base in a role that is well suited for him. Just stay in your turret and light people up as they come by. A little defense never hurt and nobody. In fact, that's how you win championships in laser tag. Oh, Lee Harvey Oswald call out there. I think that's a nice historic allusion to make.
No, and nor accurate because he's not on a hill and nobody here has any sort of status.
Unless he's saying that he actually didn't do it and he's blaming the 2 CIA agents.
Deep cut.
Which is what actually happened despite what Arlen Specter said in the fucking Zapruder film. How could a bullet bounce back like that? It just doesn't make any sense.
Bibbs, you've been compared to Chris Kyle. He's an American legend. I hope to be an American legend. Fuck, he distracted me! Don't talk to me over the battlefield! This isn't a game! I fucking hate Bibbs.
Team 1 is really, I don't mean this anyway, having their way. It seems like they've been tagging Jackie a lot. Oh, and there they are just going head to head. Just that's a little anticlimactic and in some ways feels sexual.
This reminds me of when 2 young children get together and say, I'll show you yours if you show me mine.
There's a little bit of a perverse genital swapping that's going on right now. Move around and run away, please. I know it's too face to face. Oh, God. Just a bukkake. Why don't we all just get in the middle?
Yeah. That's really what it is.
Why don't we all just stand dead center? And, at least Vivs is moving around. And I think that's why we saw him as a leading scorer last time. That's why he's gotten so many points this time. Kind of embarrassed smiles on everyone's faces. Like, they shouldn't be enjoying this much. These are grown adults, and this is a work day for them.
Dad!
Look at this embarrassed smile on Tommy Smoke's face. Meanwhile, Frank is giving up on playing defense and he's making a move to the red base. Will this be a turning point for them? Can he create enough offense or should he have manned the attack?
She and John Rich attack the defenseless base because Frank has vacated.
And there's a way that, Jackie could continue to defend the base, but she has moved on. It's almost like when little kids are playing soccer and they don't know that they're supposed to play defense. They just chase the ball.
Chase the ball, it gets stuck against someone's foot and they start kicking it, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Frank launching an attack on the red base. Will it be fruitful for him? The skinnier Frank gets, the shorter he gets.
I've noticed that.
When someone's really big, you don't realize if they're short or not. Now he's thin. He's just a little guy.
Right.
Just kind of a little guy now.
I'm at a point where I think he needs to put on some weight. Yeah.
Yep, you and me are on the same page, brother.
We have to shield each other and go for the base.
All right. We need somebody to stay back.
Frank's just standing in front of me.
Oh, so now everybody is pointing at each other on the blue team, saying, we need Frank to do this, we need Frank to do that. Frank does what the fuck he wants with the enablement of Mikey Betts and Jenks.
Okay, I think I already got the base.
Did it go off? Did it 3 times and make a noise?
Yeah, but it made like a bad noise.
Then you didn't get it. You were twice.
Okay, then.
Ready? I'm gonna shield you. Ready?
Bad posture by Clemmer. I didn't like it.
Clemmer really taking on the human shield role, it seems, in order to spring Jackie free to another spot.
And there's Tommy Smokes. A soldier, a man's man.
Lights lighting up in colors.
Running away with his arms flopping. There goes Gia to attack the defenseless blue base. And running up the score is
That's
Gia.
a destruction of the base. Well done, Gia. Flexing, too. Red team is actually developing some strategy, as you could tell. The fact that they're destroying the bases, but they're also shooting people.
And at least Keegs is moving through. I've seen enough of these tip-to-tip battles. There's another tip-to-tip battle. And we turn around, there's another tip-to-tip battle.
Someone keeps yelling dead every time they shoot someone. That would drive me crazy. It's Vibs.
Vibs Chaos proving to be very successful. Everyone seems absolutely exhausted. No giddy up and go for these teams, as in the first match we saw people on the balls of their feet, and now people are dragging by the balls.
Yeah, well, for the red team, this is their second game in a row. None of these people, other than Vibs, really are probably in very good shape.
That's
actually
to be
not true.
No,
Gia's
that has to be true.
Yeah,
maybe Gia.
Frank's on my tail!
And on the other team, I mean, the blue team, a complete vacuum of athleticism. And I can say that because I'm a bad athlete myself.
That's not true.
And it takes one to know one.
I don't think that's true.
Well, comparatively, I'm probably an Olympian, but in the spectrum of the real world, not a good athlete. But at Barstool Sports, I might be able to go pro.
Jack is attempting to make a move against the entire red team. Wow, she's running around, freewheeling, shooting indiscriminately.
KFC in the all black. And was this a strategic move, or does he use the all black in the same way I do to kind of cover up the titties?
I'm sick of seeing you, Jackie. I'm sick of shooting you. Dude, I'm so bad at this.
Jackie admits that she's bad at it, and she gets shot directly by Gia. And there goes Clemmer down again. The blue team, it's an absolute massacre, it seems. The blue team has nothing to bring to the table. Are they even in the same stratosphere?
Frank just scared the daylights out of me.
And the daylights have just been scared out of Gia.
What an outdated phrase that is. Are those feet up on that box?
I think those were feet.
Someone being hanged? Someone trying to kick out a block?
This isn't the time or the place to hang yourself.
Is that a weird decorative abstraction from the laser tag people?
Or is Chris Castellani there? And that's the end of the round right there.
I mean, I think we might have won just how many times it took that?
No, I'm telling you right now, 30 minutes of laser tag is the hardest thing I've done in 20 years.
I might as well like that.
This has made me respect people in the Army.
This is good.
We were in war, I would have just killed all of you. But yeah, there's no cameraman, my own teammates, everybody could get it.
Interesting stuff from the red team and the blue team. Let's tally up the scores. And just as we predicted, an absolute massacre. The blue team with 36,802 points. The red team with 64,801 points. They've almost doubled up their
They more
opponents.
than doubled. Yeah, I thought about that.
And the red team has 3 players
They
that
did not more than double.
So I was going to let you get away
You're
with it.
so nice. That's embarrassing math.
No, don't worry about it. It's hard to keep up. in these dark times.
Right now, double would have been 73,604.
See, Francis is back. With
I had to do it to prove that I can.
He can math, he can add, and the blue team could have added a couple more scorers to their team if they wanted to even be in the same stratosphere. 3 players on the red team that outscored the blue team. Let's go down to these interviews to hear what they have to say.
All right, second best player on my team. That's all that matters, baby. Second best player on my team.
That is the most Tommy moment of all time. Team didn't do well. I did okay. Not even he did the best. I did okay, so it's a win.
Smoked them. Bro, did we just find out that we're like the best laser tag team in the country? Oh, we got pumped. 36, we're fucked. Wait, 63 to 26? To 36. The other team got 41 or something. We're in last place. 63. We gotta come up big in next game. You know what it is? Bibbs is kid. Bibbs is a machine. Bibbs is terrifying. Bibbs should have been a striker. Bibbs should not be doing. Bibbs is great. I love Bibbs. Bibbs should have been fucking sniper. You know what it is? He's protecting this country. I tell you what happened with Bibbs.
I'm the second best scorer on the team. I'm the second best scorer on the team.
Interesting stuff. It looks like we will launch into Game 3 of this round robin tournament. And as we are coming into the last game, Team 2 and Team 3 are separated by a mere 6,000 points, with Team 2 at 42,000 and change and Team 3 at 36,802. So it's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a close one. Team 3 will have to win by over 6,000 points in order to advance to the championship. This is very much in the balance going into this last game. We'll see if Team 2 can knock off some of the rust.
Yeah, 6,000 points is really not that much to make up, as we've seen. We've seen bigger margins of victory, certainly. And a big performance from someone like, I don't know, Kareem or maybe Robbie Fox could tilt the balance in the favor.
Let's go down and see what their thoughts are before this match kicks off.
I'm feeling like we're getting an easy W right now.
Way better.
And we had a good rest. Could be the best. I feel like
that best is really something.
Kareem's good.
Kareem. What about Tommy?
Tommy, I don't know.
He might be sneaky.
I'll say this. You're going to shoot Tommy at some point, and he's going to do something really funny.
And then he's going to do a somersault.
Like, you're going to shoot him, and Tommy's like natural reaction to be like,
no, literally.
Yeah,
I'm
so
getting
it
pump up music on.
means they got shot here.
Yeah. Or here.
What should the
Or
song
here.
be?
Yeah.
Can we put headphones in?
I'm putting pump up music.
Let's make sure we can hear each other.
I mean, I can hear.
bodies.
Bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, that's a good one. War Machine. Kill 'Em All by Metallica.
Interesting stuff from the folks down there. But hey, this isn't settled by talking, and it's not settled up here in the booth. This is settled in the arena. So let's get down and see who's gonna mark their spot in the final against Team 1. Let's play some laser tag.
There's that familiar siren, and off we go.
Game start in 1 second. Game has begun.
Where's Tommy?
Oh shit! Oh my God! It's already on us.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, got your ass, you fucking bitch. Oh, bitch! Sorry, not you, Ainsley.
There goes Tommy making a move for the red base as he's chased by Ainsley and Caroline.
Now, one of the things we've learned from the past couple of games is that the base strategy is hard because nobody truly knows when the bases are hit.
It's really hard to follow a little bit. Luckily, we are here as your anchors in the booth as Fights and Tommy square off in Ambush Alley.
How are you shooting me?
I think we both got it.
If these boys just kissed, I think it would be less sexual.
It reminds me of those Russian videos that sometimes pop up on my screen where two men are placed into a literal phone booth and given license to beat the absolute piss out of each other.
Oh, and look at this, an interesting gaff by Clemmer. You need to have 2 hands on the blaster for it to shoot. He's going up like he's damn John Wick.
Got it. Yeah, I'm going
Tommy
fucking
defending
sicko
himself.
mode this game.
And the blue base all alone. Little General Custer.
Yes, his last stand.
Tommy's guarding the base. He's a little bitch boy.
This is something
Robbie's
I
trying to
have
sneak
to
up on
know.
the blue base, but Frank will not let that happen as Frank goes back into his defensive stance. Frank's patented giggle.
Sucking, you absolute bitch. Yeah, get it, Bites. Right there.
Fights, picking people off.
Ah. Ow. Ow, that's my team. They're just ow.
Oh, Kareem talking in gamer talk, and my skin is crawling. So off-putting. Next thing you know, he'll be talking to the chat. Robbie attacks an unprotected blue base.
What the fuck was that? Just hit me with a womp womp. Look at these idiots. They're not even guarding their base.
Robbie destroys the blue base.
Pretty bad form from the blue team, just not even trying to defend it. Clemmer making himself big, which is impossible for him.
The praying mantis type of technique. And he's looking to bite the head off of the person he's going into combat with.
Watching Clemmer walk reminds me of a woman walking in stilettos across a soft wooden floor.
Yes.
It almost surprises me that he doesn't sink into the ground.
Yeah, it's like wearing high heels to the beach every time he walks.
Flamingo.
A flamingo doing a flamenco. Okay. Now, I respect Ainsley's technique of running around, kind of getting behind, instead of this face-to-face combat. I've had enough of it. There's Tommy going after the base. Ken Jack strikes him. Tommy hitting Ken Jack back. Ken Jack getting ganged up on. But has Jackie scored it all? I'm truly curious if Jackie has scored it all. She's kind of just will shoot once and kind of get out of there. You can shoot multiple times. Good team building, though. It seems like this is good team building. The ropes course must have been closed this day. Ken Jack, Clemmer, Ken Jack. Ken Jack, Clemmer, Ken Jack. Ken Jack, Tommy, Ken Jack, Clemmer, Ken Jack, Tommy, Ken Jack, Clemmer, Ken Jack. Interesting defense by Clemmer. Is it working? Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it at all. The red team looks like they have a bit of a lead. But they can't know. They just have to be active the entire time. Can the blue team do enough to overcome the red team here?
I like this strategy that Tommy and Clemmer have developed where Clemmer will guard Tommy while he takes on the base.
It actually proves a little bit of mettle to the game that Ken Jack or that Clemmer is playing. That he wasn't just white knighting for Jackie earlier. He's white knighting for everyone.
Right.
He's a true white knight at his core.
This thing like a fucking maniac.
Just had the thought, if you went to an incredibly wealthy party somewhere and they wheeled out Clemmer covered in sushi, would you eat it?
It would probably fall between the cracks. The sushi could scarcely perch on his leg bones.
I think you're right.
There's Fight sneaking back to the unprotected blue base. Let's see if this can be very stealthy of him. Would I eat the sushi? Yes, but it would have to be laid out. It couldn't be wrapped. It would just have to be thin slices of fish laid out on him.
Exactly. I'm talking some bluefin toro in between each rib.
Yeah. Some sushi across his face. He'd look like a little hello Clarice action. The thin slices, of course. Omakase.
One slice at a time.
Yes.
Wheel him out, bring him back in. There he is again. What is this? What is this?
Robbie, you underestimate the powers of the dark side.
No, I didn't. Ah, you dirty dog, Greg. Frank's out for blood.
There goes Frank the Tank. Who's sprinting damn near.
Dude, every time it was like she got hit with a real bullet every time.
Feidelberg
looking absolutely jacked. I mean, at what point will there be no more clothes for him to wear?
Yeah, and I don't see him posting personal trainer videos, but you have to think there's one in the picture. If he's doing that on his own, I want to know his macros.
Agreed.
If he's doing this on his own, I need to know his splits. I need to know if he's free weights or Smith machines combination. If he's paying for a gym membership, he has to be. He has to be.
Meanwhile, at the red base, as you can see, a little more defense here from the Reds.
Chris Clemmer not afraid to mix it up, playing a little defense on his own. But will that translate to points? Kenjack seems like he's racking up a bunch of points on his own. And Clemmer keeps on taking a hand off the gun. That will prove to be fewer points on his part. He thinks that he's some kind of damned cowboy. He thinks he's Wyatt Earp. Jackie, one shot misses, and then gets shot and has to run back to her base. She cannot be scoring any points. I am damn sure of it. She's probably racked up more steps than points.
Fights in Caroline have been standing under the base, taking pot shots at it for the better part of 5 minutes.
Get to the base! Get to the base!
Game over.
And I felt like we had just begun, and then suddenly the game is over. Seems like everything is finished. Let's go ahead and rack up the scores. And it seems like the red team beats the blue team, but was it by enough? And yes, it was, because they just had to win. The Team 3 would have had to win by 6,000 points, but meanwhile, Team 2 wins by almost 6,000 of their own points, as it's 29,951 to 24,151. Kareem, the high scorer on the blue team, but I mean, just a pitiful low-scoring match across the board.
Yeah, it's a difference of, I believe, 5,800 points, right on the nose.
I think that Jackie wound up with 1,500 points, which let's not mince words. That's embarrassing.
She might as well not have even been there.
Honestly, I think.
Why did she go? Why wasn't she at the office doing her actual job?
There's probably a video that's unedited somewhere.
Yeah.
And Vibs, meanwhile, could have scored that in about 2 seconds if he were playing.
Exactly.
She could have just sat still the entire time and just closed her eyes and waved the gun around. And I wouldn't be surprised if it scored more than 1,500 points. But low scoring across the board. Kenjack leads the red team to a victory. Let's get down to see what the teams had to say in some post-match interviews.
We destroyed him. Hit Tommy 100 times, hit Frank 100 times, was getting Jackie. I felt much better about that one. I think we destroyed him.
I mean, we just stood at the base and shot it 1,000,000 times. No one was there. I don't know how the scoring works, but I would be pretty shocked if it wasn't a bloodbath. Although I thought that last time I thought the CIA was going to be waiting out there and be like, sir, your country needs you.
You know, our team sucks, not on me. Second highest score in the team, both games. Second highest accuracy percentage in the first game, highest accuracy percentage in the second game. I can only do so much.
I just saw this from behind. I didn't see the cameraman. I thought you were telling a kid this. I thought Tommy just cornered a kid at the arcade and was like, I was second highest. That was sick. You should have seen it.
I just think we were outgunned. We got John Rambo Vibs over there. And who knows what's going to happen in the final, but Vibs is going to win probably. Yeah.
But my team sucks. Clemmer, he did all this research and he's maybe the worst laser tag player ever.
I'm having a devastating day. So laser tag team, I did terrible. You know, I woke up today feeling good, sun shining, had a nice walk on the water, playing music, singing, having a good old time. Get here, all falls apart. It's all right. So, you know what you do? You know why you fall? So you pick yourself back up.
The same way that John thought that like he was gonna come out and be like recruited by the CIA, I was like, I'm for sure not getting drafted. I knew when I was in there how bad I was doing. I like could never shoot. I don't know what happened. It really fell apart the second it started for me.
And here it is, the championship match, Team 1 versus Team 2. A rematch of our very first matchup. And while we were working in the aggregate before, everybody's slates have been wiped clean. What happens here determines who goes home with the $15,000 prize of who is winning. Are you shocked to hear that?
Is that really the amount of money?
$15,000. As if the fake job that people have here is not enough, the winning team gets $15,000 each. So
where were we? Why were we not there?
$75,000 in prizes on the line right now. It's going to be Team 1 versus Team 2. And let's see if the red team can repeat their victory before, or if the blue team can build on the momentum of their win in the last match. Let's go down to some pre-game championship interviews.
Bro, I'm locked in right now. Can't tap me like that.
What are you listening to, Vibbs?
Bodies. Zoned in. Guarantee a championship.
I think Vibbs.
Vibbs is an issue.
Humongous issue.
I don't know if he's cheating. I don't know if he's.
Well, I think we're kind of dead in the water already because I think they found something out about the red color because they were very stern and very real that they will not play if they have to be blue.
Yeah. The red team has won every match.
They were like, it was very serious. I will not play.
Even though we already had them on.
Yeah, we were wearing the reds. They made us take them off. So I think there's something going on there.
But even if there is, I'm here to kick ass.
Yeah. Okay, so the plan?
Kill them. Exactly the same thing we've been doing.
Watch out for it.
Yeah. If she gets there, you
Leave
got
it alone. Yeah,
get
sure.
out of there.
Yeah.
Just show like, if
Watch out for her.
if she shoots,
John's pretty good with the shot.
Yeah, if they're headhunting,
So-
I might.
you know what, ready? Like, you gotta get out.
It seems as if the blue team thinks that there's some skullduggery going on. I guess Team 3 thinks that there's a little bit of playfulness afoot in that maybe the red team has a weighted gun vest. I don't know what the situation is
The
here.
red equipment may be a little bit more effective than the blue gear.
Let's see if that's actually the case because the red team has been winning a bunch. Meanwhile, Vivs has guaranteed a victory before this match.
Tall words, but I think he's earned the right to have such a big mouth.
Vibs, the leading scorer after the first 2 games that he played. We're going to need to see yeoman's work from the blue team. Absolute yeoman's work is on the docket if the blue team, aka Team 3, will be able to take care of business. Enough yapping, let's get to zapping.
I'm thinking we have to go like man on man.
Man on
It's a
man.
man on man type of game. If we're not
I'd say
sweating, then
woman
we're
on
not
woman,
doing
but to each their own.
I'm kind of fucking gassed up now. I'm gonna go punch someone in the face. They're shitting their pants.
And the game begins.
Wow, there's definitely much more hype here for the final than in any other match we've seen so far.
Well, $75,000 is on the line.
They can smell that 83 grand, and it is absolutely close.
And that's post-tax.
It's amazing how these games all start out with so much
KFC's on the bridge, watch out.
careful maneuvering, and then within short order it devolves into an absolute
What the fuck
clusterfuck.
was that? That's not red. That's not fucking red bullshit. I just shot John 3 head and fucking got
Kenjack from behind the wall. Snipes John Rich down ambush alley.
Kenjack is really good.
Yeah, I know. It's pissing me off.
Kenjack is very good.
Red team is launching their first attack. Kenjack was the leading scorer in his last game, which was a win. Seems like he figured something out after the first game, which he was the 4th leading scorer on his team. Caroline Ainsley working together. The blue team seems like they have strategy anew.
Ainsley is fearless, I have to say. Credit to her. And into that tennis skirt, I have the feeling she would make for an excellent ball girl at the U.S. Open.
Yes, and
she
you
tends
have to be
scurry
fearless.
low and quick.
And those players get ornery if you scurry too high. And there goes Caroline racking up points from behind KFC. Meanwhile, at the red base, Vibs taking care of business.
Robbie's coming.
That sound must be a soothing, familiar sound to Robbie Fox, a Star Wars acolyte.
Vibs just like curved a bullet like wanted.
KFC Fights, or Kenjack, do they even see each other around the corner from one another?
Let them come to us.
And there's Kenjack peeking around the corner. He sees Kevin, knows exactly where he is, but he's trying to...
But he's hiding behind Chris Clemmer. No, that's a pole.
You're on the walkway.
Caroline shooting, ducking. Shooting, ducking. Shooting again. There goes KFC off into the night. He walks in to 4 blue team players. Oh, that's got to be tough.
That's like returning home to find a gangbang at your own apartment. Not that I'd know.
You live in a house. Robbie snipes Vids from across the map.
Right there. Got you. Damn it.
Ainsley and Caroline attack the red base. Caroline, Vibbs, Keys. A bacchanal of gun violence.
I swear to God.
Vibbs racking up points.
Ow!
I haven't even seen John Rich. He's
over to the right. He's right down this hallway. He's right down this hallway. Look out.
Well, the third time we're seeing the grenade from
I like that
Bob
move from
Fox.
Bob
Great
Fox.
move. Great move. You have to run that one back a couple times.
Sort of his signature at this point.
And it's nice to have a signature move. He's getting low. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Walked right into it. John Rich.
Gia running over to assist. Caroline, Gia, Caroline. I've seen them in TikToks together, but now they're on the other side of the coin, fighting one another. The heads and the tails of it all. And she's out.
Clears in, clears out. Sort of reminds me of her work day.
That's true. That's true. No one really works that hard at this company.
Oh,
and there's Kenjack behind KFC, but they didn't get a shot in.
I don't know, but he does seem to have a unique ability to appear out of nowhere and then sneak right back in behind a pillar.
Thanks. Damn it, Vibbs, I swear to God.
No one really been able to attack a base so far as I can tell. Much more defense being played against the bases.
Oh, finally.
Sound legwork from Vibbs. Caroline around the corner.
Okay.
And it seems like the blue team was wrong about the defective equipment because they have been scoring a bunch of points. Fights gets into it with Keegs a little bit, but the blue team is holding their own at least. It should be a pretty even match so far.
Pace has really picked up. These people are really into it now. Everyone can sense the clock winding down.
Vibbs hopping around, and it seems as if there's $110,000 on the line. You're going to play a little bit harder.
It just keeps growing and growing, and nobody actually knows what the limit is. It's much like that movie, Squid Game.
It's like Squid Games. G is attacking the blue base. But shout out to Dave Portnoy for putting up all this money, and I wonder how the people will get paid the money afterwards. Will it go into escrow? Is it tax-free? Is it lump sums? Is it cash? Will it go into your paycheck? Are you getting it in an annuity?
Or will it be like that Jackie Moon thing where he had the giant paper paycheck that didn't actually represent any real money?
It might just be big checks.
And you'll never see a dime of it.
Big checks. Speaking of, KFC's got his Nikes moving as he sprints across the room, but there's Gia racking up a couple more shots. Gia to Bob Fox to Gia. Screamed epithets. Gio and KFC destroy the blue base. Oh! So maybe the red team is taking a little bit of a lead.
Blue team is launching a full attack now. It's all or nothing. It's time to just run in and scream.
That's sound strategy. They need to rack up points right now if they're going to get a taste of this 130K.
I keep seeing those feet up there. I guess that person is alive.
Well, because the feet have moved, unless the wind is just shaking the corpse. Like, you know that hidden scene in The Wizard of Oz where they purport that a little person has done themselves in?
Yes, I do remember hearing about that.
Fight seems gas over here, but Robbie's giving him some cover. KFC bragging that he's not tired, but Fights is. Maybe KFC is the true athlete of KFC radio. Fights, Bibbs, Bob Fox, all exchanging some gunfire. Fights with a proud chest. This is where the bench pressing is not helping him. He's making a bigger target.
Is that Fights again? Is he going
Fights
to throw
doubled
up?
over. This man needs to throw up.
I guess they are moving a lot. Everyone's sweating pretty profusely. You can see it through their shirts.
Yes, they are perspiring.
Whoa, that's a cool view.
What was that view? It's like when you find out the fourth quarter of an NFL game that they had a sky cam the entire time.
It's when you find out that the Airbnb you've been renting has had a shower camera the entire time.
Check the lamps and tape over the peephole in the door, folks. There's perverts out there. John Rich in fights. Isn't it a shame that Jake Marsh is leaving Barstool and that we're left to be the commentary?
Sure
folks?
is.
We're left to be the color commentators.
Makes you appreciate him. I did see him on the sidelines of a PLL game recently.
Yes, wow. I saw him. I heard he's going to be doing BBL this summer too.
Wow, good for him. That should move the needle.
British Basketball League, mind out of the gutter. Oh, there's a second win from fights. Gian fights. Look at his teeth
Big
shining
smile.
in the black light.
Beautiful teeth on a man who's packed his mouth with more tobacco than
I'm gonna kill you!
most pitchers.
That's right. Paul Skeens on the ball team. And it's no small thing. Ooh. Keys with the middle finger, and Chia can't get enough of it. Keys versus Robbie in Ambush Alley. And this is the kind of gunplay that you live for if you're a lifelong watcher of laser tag.
Shit, I'm gonna 360 this right now.
Oh, 360 by Robbie Fox. This guy's got the moves. He's got the moves. He's got blue team.
Blue team is up 2,000 points with only a few minutes to go.
Oh, wow. We're setting ourselves up for an upset right here. Interesting stuff. The red team's going to need to turn it up to see if they can really take care of business, but Kenjack is proving his worth.
Where is Vibbs when you need him?
Vibbs is guaranteed to win. Now he's running all over the place, but he gets shot from a sniper's perch. If you're the blue team now, do you continue to rack up points or you go into defense with just a couple minutes left?
Oh, I think you've got to keep pressing. Everybody knows that once you start packing it back in, that's when you open yourself up to counterattacks.
That's right, the counterattacks will get you killed. And that's literally, not just in the game of laser tag, you will literally die.
I know I said that this last time, but this time I'm the best.
They have to be winded, they have to be gassed, but this is where you empty out the tank. If you love laser tag like I do, you know that they are dying to get this 250K.
KFC is claiming that Kenjack's pack is not on.
And that would be a good usage, but
technological doping there.
At the same time, though, KFC is part of the Team 1 that was desperate to get these red packs. So if there's any technological foibles going on, well, it's only their own fault. Red sends their whole team to go and attack the blue. This seems to be their last-ditch effort. Can they play any defense over on the blue squad, or will it be a red wave?
Ron, aren't you surprised that there's been really no shooting of bases in this game?
Yeah, it really has been a base light game. Kind of like a men's choir of all units.
Baseless indeed.
What the fuck? Only half of Kenjack's pack is working. Literally half your pack isn't working. Look at that. Half his lights aren't on. Get that on camera. What the fuck? Get that on camera. Double kill.
He's out of battery. They're saying that Kenjack might be out of battery. Ainsley racking up some late minute points. Kenjack and Ainsley have really been carrying this team so far. Kelly Keegs trying to do her best to bring the red team back into it. Robbie's attacking a defenseless red base. It seems like he's going to be racking up some points right now.
The base is open after all this time. This is the first, I believe this is the first attack we've seen on a base.
And it seems like Robbie Fox has destroyed the red base. That's a lot of points right there for Robbie Fox.
Came into their house, took a dump, nobody know.
And it seems like their decision to stay on the offensives has really been fruitful. Meanwhile, Kenjack has the right posture and formation that he can get shots off and not get hit. Yeah, I mean, this is as exciting as it gets.
I'm on the front of my seat.
I'm on the front of your seat too. Oh, a couple jumps from Robbie Fox. Way harder to hit if he's moving like that. Robbie Fox has the moves of the day. He is in the early running for my MVP of the day, if his team can pull it off. His joie de vivre is really carrying him. Oh, and there it is. Unbelievable stuff. Really close game. Let's go to the scores and see who has won this match. The red team, 54,851 points. But the winner in an upset, the blue team with 59,303 points, and it all on the strength of Ken Jack. What a move there by Ken Jack. It seems like he really took care of business. And let's not sleep on Ainsley, who put up 13,000 points, absolutely putting the team on her back. An intern in name, but a seasoned veteran in game. Let's go down to the interviews to see what the champions had to say about what they did. Team 3, what's it going to be?
It's embarrassing how good it feels.
They played a good fight.
No,
They
they
did great.
They did.
We had a brick wall walking back there.
Yeah, they played a good fight, but remember, like, you don't watch laser tag just for the red team, you also watch laser tag for the blue team.
And you know what? They weren't having as much fun as we were.
Yeah, they were.
I was doing 360s.
Yeah.
I was jumping
He was
around.
jumping.
I was having a blast out there. They were just trying to play tactically. It's laser tag.
Yeah.
You gotta have fun.
Exactly.
Well,
I feel like we let our boy Vibbs down.
No,
I feel like that too.
they switched up their strategy. They weren't doing offense as much. They were staying on defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they won, but Ken Jack Pack only half working. I mean, if it would have been fully working, we would have scored 1,000 more points. Yeah, the camera. John Kelly. I'm fighting John Kelly after this.
I'm killing Ainsley. I'm gonna kill him. I got really upset about that.
How much did we lose?
I'm afraid I said something
I
mean
came
about
up,
it.
at the end, I just came up. It was like,
I don't know what debate.
I don't know.
Can you address the allegation?
I don't, believe it or not, I don't make my own laser tag pack, so I don't think
They
I
had
We
the
wanted
option.
red. We wanted
They had
red.
the option.
They chose to pick that pack.
Yeah, we were trying to take it from them, so that's on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much did we lose by?
8,000, I think.
8,000? Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if a pack would have switched that. I think their strategy saved them.
I know.
That guy was good.
I'm sure I had way less points.
Yeah,
I definitely do. I got shot more times than
I got shot
like
a lot.
constantly shot.
Yeah, I didn't have waves of people coming at me, so I couldn't really kill
Yeah.
them.
We should have just had you go out.
Yeah.
I should have gone over there more, but yeah.
Vibbs was Jeremy Lin. He had a great run.
Yeah.
Great
It was
run.
fun while it
It was
lasted.
a short run.
But like, he's not going to championship.
And I mean, complaining about the pack stuff, that's just bad form.
Yeah.
It's
Really
bad. It's bad
form.
sportsmanship.
Bad sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to NBA. Most valuable Ainsley getting us through that first match. Yeah. Out of nowhere, like our
Guys,
MVP.
more like Ainsley, am I right?
Oh, Ainsley. Good. Ainsley.
If I said any mean things about Ainsley during the taping of that round, I apologize.
Yeah, I take it back too. I think I called her
I think I may have said something mean.
on each person.
Ainsley, I almost smacked her.
No, I really almost killed her. I really almost hit her in the face.
When she kills you, she goes.
No, it laughs. She laughs, and I will kill her. Like,
What's funny?
She's like the doll Annabelle.
I gave her the finger at one point, and I was like,
Nah, she
I didn't mean to
she's a
reply.
warrior.
Good strategy.
That's battle. That's battle.
None of us wanted to do it. We could have done that.
Wow, spicy stuff from those two teams. Obviously, they're a little bit upset over what Team 1, but they didn't want the packs. That wound up not working, and they were dead by their own design. But that's what you get when you're watching a little bit of laser tag.
Now, look, I was very impressed with Vibbs, I have to say, but the blue team just seemed to have the better cohesion in the end, and they came together and brought it home.
It's really about who's the hottest at the end of the day, who is up there bagging them, and who is up there tagging them.
And congrats on the $1.3 million prize to the blue team. Not sure how they're going to divvy that up.
But it's a testament to Dave. He's won a lot of bets, and he will be distributing that money on his own, and that's why he's a great boss. We do no work, and he just shovels money down our gullets. Salute to him. Salute to our winners on Team 3, the blue team, and salute to you for making it to the end of the video. Fantastic stuff. I'm Adam Ferrone.
I'm Francis Ellis.
And we are very happy that you watched this.
I'm mad at all of you. Not you. You were staying back. I'm mad at you. You were in the middle. You were in the way. You were in the way. Who do you think you are out there?
What?
You're in my way.
I know, but they were using me as a blockade.
Well, you gotta get out of the way. You gotta be better. You gotta shuffle your feet. You weren't shuffling your feet. You were just standing there.
At one point I went down. I tried to help you out.
You gotta shuffle.
At one point I did.